How's it going, everyone? Merry Christmas and welcome back to yet another weekly warehouse update. Just because Christmas is on Monday doesn't mean that we're stopping. We got all kinds of stuff that just hit the site this weekend, and you know, it won't be able to get there in time for Christmas, so that doesn't mean that you can't still celebrate the holiday season by picking up some sick Brody Smith discs. First off, we've got these OG rubber blend roaches. Brody hopped on the live stream and he said, because they're not making these anymore, they now have the like Brody swirl roaches, so he doesn't know how many of these are left. I know that we have about 35 on the site right now, so if you putt with them, you like the rubber blend roach as your main putting putter, or you just enjoy this stamp more than the new stamp, this is your time to stock up on them, because at some point they're not going to be available anymore, and who knows how soon that could be. If you're looking for a throwing putter, we also have the Z Metallic Brody Smith roach. These things I know Brody's been throwing for a while, dead straight. They go very, very far for a putter. We also have the Crystal Meteor here with the 4 Darkhorse stamp. Moving out of Brody world and into Yuli world, we got some Crystal Raptors with the Yuli Raptor logo on there. Very sick disc. Super stiff, board flat run of Raptors there. We also have some Yuli Crystal Zones, little 2-foil. Got a few different color options. That's like a black and gold. Really good feeling run of zones. Back into the Brody world, we got some Darkhorse Nuke OSs, ESP Nuke OSs. Very intricate stamp here on the horse harness. You'll see the Darkhorse logo, and then just all around, very detailed stamp, very cool stamp. We also have just a few Get Sneakies left. These Get Sneaky Vultures, nice overstable run of Vultures. They were in my bag for a decent little bit there. Absolutely loved them. Great run of Vultures, and Brody absolutely loves them as well. And then last but not least, we have these 2 Brody stamped discs over here. First off, we've got the ESP Buzz with the nice Brody bar stamp in the middle there, and we've got the Brody Avenger with the like lightning Brody there. And then last but certainly not least, we have some Get Freaky extra large minis. These are a ton of fun to throw around, mess around with, and get freaky zones. We also have some Proto Luna extra large minis. And on the table over here, I'll grab it. We got Ezra Aderhold in the house, a little Nukes baby extra large nuke. So what you can do is just pick up an extra large nuke, pick up an extra large zone, and pick up an extra large Luna, and you're ready to play some extra large disc golf. Let's see what else we have in the warehouse.
All right, over here at the Inova section, just had a huge Inova restock. It's kind of still being put up on the site, but already a ton there, so let me introduce you. First of all, leopards, okay? Wow, we've got a great selection of leopards right now. We've got leopard 3s and normal leopards. We've got them in all kinds of different plastics. Okay, though, if you're wondering the difference, anytime you see a 3 at the end of an Inova disc, it's basically this 3 series they did where the idea was to make them flatter and a tick less stable, and that kind of is related to the dome level. I think you notice that less with like the leopard versus the leopard 3, but in any case, they are technically, I've actually found that the leopard 3 can be a little more stable than the normal leopards in my experience, but you can see the leopard 3, we have these own Scoggins Tour Series ones right now. In leopards right now, we've got, this is a G-Star one here, and then we have a Halo. There's a few different plastics, just a ton of different blends. It's really cool that they've made like the Halo stuff very common now. You can look among a lot of your favorite molds right now and find Halo plastic. Got Road Runners right now, I can see right off the top of the Hawkeye there. So yeah, make sure to check out the leopard. These are like the best beginner hyzer flip drivers. They just are. Like there's a reason they put the leopard in the Inova starter set, which is probably like the most popular starter set of all time. They are just great. They're very easy because the rim is very thin. It's super easy to grip, and it's just a super controllable disc, and they glide a ton. So you get a lot more glide out of this disc than what you put into it, which I think is important for beginners because they're just very encouraging to throw, essentially. So yeah, a lot of leopards right now. We also have some DX ones. If you're really looking to get a beginner disc, you can't go wrong with the DX leopard or leopard 3. Moving on to some other ones. Another great driver, the Mystere. This is one that gets overlooked a little bit. We have it in Halo and Champ right now, it looks like. This is a newer Inova mold. It kind of popped up, I would say sometime during my college years, so not too long ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And this is an 11-speed driver that is a hyzer flip machine. I would say it fits in, like if you've ever thrown an Inova Beast, they can start out a little bit more stable, whereas these like out of the box will hyzer flip for you. If you're looking for like a longer road runner, this is kind of a good option for you in that 11 speed and just get nice, easy hyzer flip distance out of it. Okay, on to some other molds over here. Very cool one. The AVR X3. This disc is cool. Inova, obviously the AVR came first. They came out with the AVR 3 kind of during Paul's Inova career, and a lot of people wanted something a little more stable than that, and that's why they made the AVR X3. This one's really cool because now Big Germ actually has his name on there. I think this looks really awesome, the way they did like his logo and signature there. He's just a cool signature. And so yeah, this is a more overstable approach disc from Inova. It's not gonna be like your Toro in their lineup, but it's a little less than that, but it's also a little slower. It's a very controllable approach disc. This is a very fun disc to use and pretty underrated, honestly. I don't think a lot of people throw it. Some other discs. We have a bunch of aliens in stock right now. If you have not tried out this disc yet, you're really missing out, okay? Don't be deceived. This is not a Sonic. It has the fastback top on it, but it feels like a mid-range. It's a 4-speed, and it flies like straight to overstable. It's a fascinating disc and very confusing. But if you like the fastback frisbees, like if that's what you grew up throwing, but you just don't really throw a Sonic because it's flippy or like just not really useful, this is different. This thing is actually like flies like a normal disc golf disc and goes quite far. So make sure to try out the Alien if you haven't yet. Okay, I need to move over to rhinos. Okay, fitting that they're right next to the pig. So a lot of people from Inova know the thumb track disc of choice as being the pig. You know, Robbie C has a lot to do with that, I think. But the kind of the OG one back in my day at least was the Rhino. Okay, this is a disc that I used to bag as well, and they list this as a 2103. I would say they're not quite that overstable, but they just make a great, really slow approach disc, which means they're very controllable. They don't really go any further than you throw them, if that makes sense, which I think is great to have for upshots because it means you're not going to throw shots where you're like, whoa, that kind of just took off and glided past the basket without me expecting it. You have to put as much power into these as you want them to go, and that makes them a great beginner approach disc. If you're somebody who's just kind of learning the forehand approach, this is a great option. The thumb track is actually very comfortable for those forehands to get an extra grip on it, and yeah, they just make a great approach shot disc. So, and some people even like to putt with rhinos. I've seen that a few times. So make sure to check out our Inova section right now. There's a ton of stuff going on right now. You know, I'll just list a few other molds. We have a bunch in stock right now. Destroyers are in stock right now. We've got some Gators. We've got a bunch of T-Birds and T-Bird 3s, a ton of Toros, and also I'll mention we've got Toros in baseline plastics right now. Okay, this is a KC Pro Toro. How cool is that? We've also got Novas, Wraiths, Excaliburs, Sidewinders, Sonics. We've got all the Inova right now, and it's continuing to go up the site, so make sure to check out that collection.
With Christmas being literally right around the corner, like this weekend is Christmas weekend, Sunday's Christmas Eve, it's already here, it's practically here as the Grinch would say, we still have plenty of time to hook you up with gift cards. So if you know someone in your life and you're trying to find that one last gift, maybe a little stocking stuff or something to sprinkle something extra on top, or you know yourself and you know January there's going to be a lot of player movement, there's going to be a lot of new discs being released to celebrate said player movement that's going on. I mean, we got a ton of massive contracts that are still on the horizon. This week alone we just had like 5 people announce they're leaving their sponsors. You want to be prepped for that? Well, all of our gift cards are on sale. So 20% off all gift cards. That means you can get a $100 gift card for $80. You can get a $50 one for, that's a lot of math, $40, so on and so forth. So you can go over, check those out, and then basically just preload your account and get more than what you're going to spend when you know you're already going to spend it. Or you can go ahead and load up someone's stocking, load up someone's, you know, last minute gift. Maybe your buddy got you a gift and you didn't know he was going to get you a gift, and now you're in an interesting predicament because you're going to see him this weekend and you're like, crap, he already got me a really thoughtful gift. Be thoughtful and get him a gift. There you go. Just pick up a gift card. It'll be emailed straight to you. You can be used on the site whenever you want. So those are all on sale, 20% off, automatic discount. You don't have to worry about a code or anything like that.
Over here at the accessories, we got one more thing after this that you're going to want to see because it's kind of exclusive and pretty cool. But just want to run through the accessories again in case you missed. A lot of people have been catching on, but if you haven't caught on yet, Ripped Revenge is just a great time, okay? Disc golf card game. There's 3 different iterations to this game, but they're all really the same. You have Ripped Revenge, Ripped Showdown, and then Ripped Evolution. They all go together. They can all mesh together, but each of these is basically a card game that changes the way you play disc golf with your buddies. You can play cards that force your opponents to do fun things. There's bonuses and disadvantages, and it's a whole lot of fun. And then these Ripped Evolution packs, if you like opening card packs and trying to pull the best cards, that's what this is. It turns it into kind of a deck building game, and you can pull rare cards, and it's really awesome. And you can build the best deck so that you can destroy your friends. Ripped Revenge rocks. We also have bundles on the site, and it's a great deal. Some other really cool things. We've had wristbands for a long time, but we just recently switched and got these really nice ones with custom packaging, and they also have 3D lettering. Can't really see, but it's textured in 3D lettering on there, and some new colorways. So if you have a foundation wristband from like way back, but you want to get in on the new wave, you got to get yourselves one of these with the nice 3D lettering. They're very cool. We have a few different awesome colorways there. Also recently got a restock of the UV flashlights. If you've never seen these, so basically if you have a glow disc and you shine one of these UV lights onto it, it immediately charges them up, like instant charges them. It's actually fascinating. You can like practically draw on the disc with it. We have large ones, small ones, whatever you need for your glow disc golf needs. That time of the year, and it's gonna be like this for a while where it's just getting dark super early. So if you don't want to be waiting for your disc to charge or just hoping it glows, I mean, I'm not even kidding. If you're playing disc golf in the dark, this is a must. Like you just whoop, one little pass with this light and you're ready to go. You're going to be seeing that disc far down the fairway because you're going to land in the fairway, of course. Other things to mention, we got foundation towels. Great thing to have if you're playing in the snow this winter. If you are so fortunate to be playing in the snow, foundation towel is a must-have. We've also got some patches still. We've got these to go on your bag, Robbie C patches, Bogey Bro patches, and foundation patches. Just a great way to accessorize your bag, make it look cool. We've still got disc dots. The best putting aid of all time. Clip these onto a chain, gives you something to focus in on. I could probably use about 20 of these right about now. That's where my life's at. And sports sacks as well. We got foundation ones, got some Darkhorse ones. Great little gift, great for drying your hands. So yeah, make sure to check out the accessories page. All kinds of fun stuff going on there.
We are super excited because we finally got our hands on the brand new upcoming Captain's Raptor. So Discraft sent us these to test, but we have the pre-order live on our website right now. And I want to answer a few of the questions that you might have that I had. First off, yeah, the Jawbreaker Z still takes your breath away when you see it. Absolutely stunning. This thing's incredible. B, what I was worried about is Z Flex. When I hear Z Flex and it's paired with a really overstable disc, I get scared. For instance, I got the Discmania mystery box. I got a really flexy, really gummy C-Line FD3. Took it out at the course, hyzer flipped immediately. That's not what you want out of a really overstable disc. So when I heard Z Flex, I had a right to be terrified. Worry no more. Yeah, it's a little gummy, I guess you could say, but it's not like I don't know how to describe. It's not that. Let me just grab a Z disc here. This is crystal, okay? And I do this, right? This is the Z Flex. Same amount of effort. So you see, it's basically not really Z Flex. It does have a little more give, but I took it out. I threw it the other day, and by the other day, I mean literally yesterday because that's when it came in. Plenty overstable. The Z Metallic one, or Color Shift Z, I think was the first run of Captain's Raptor. That was my go-to overstable disc. The ESP one last year I put in my bag. Didn't love it. This one, back in love. Captain's Raptor, back in Hunter's bag for 2024. Congratulations. I know that's a very coveted spot. People love watching me throw them into trees. But all seriousness, we still have about half of the pre-sale still left. So if you want to guarantee yourself get one, because once we have these and there's pictures of every disc, they're going to go quick. So if you want to guarantee yourself getting one, you can put your color request, weight request, all that stuff, and we'll do our absolute best to get you exactly the one you're looking for. That's available over at foundationdisc.com as well. And these things, like I said, very overstable, super comfortable in the hand, and they just look gorgeous. And I'm very, very excited that the Z Flex did not come in as flexy as I was scared it could. So hopefully that answers some of the questions that you might have had now that we have it in hands. And be sure to stay tuned to our social media to see these bad boys fly. Probably we'll post that next week. But that wraps it up. I hope all of you have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you back here next week for another warehouse update.